they say, oh, I can't defend my HAB anymore, and I promise you 100% that their FOB is one HAB with 900 build left on the objective and 1400 ammo, and they're not using any of it. There's no sandbags, there's no MGs, there's no MG bunkers, there's nothing. There's no supply runs that's other than ammo. They're not doing anything except an open area with an easily attackable HAB. Feelings of the new patch now that it's been a bit. Okay, so apparently a lot of people have been pissed at the meta changes. Like, aggressively frustrated in Discord about, what's up, dude? About the meta stuff. I've really liked it. I've really liked it. Okay, I don't necessarily think it's making people change because a lot of people aren't adjusting yet. But it's making it so if you push a HAB on an objective, it is so easy to take that objective and that HAB. It favors squads. Yeah, the name of the game is squad. Yeah, I've heard, like, apparently they had to release that. Hold on a second, let me see here. This is on the recently released HAB and meta changes real quick while we're capping this. I should always take Reddit with a grain of salt. Let's see. Speaking as a player, it isn't just an additional tuning. It's really hard to figure out what you want HABs and FOBs to do. Develop ping pong between FOBs being strong and weak, introducing features that do both while expressing the desire for FOBs to be defended more. It'd be more important to put a stop to at least stymie the HAB spam meta. Just that as a player, it feels like OWI isn't making any moves that actually reinforce that idea. It feels more like the changes are just meant to be more frustrating. FOB radius is whatever. The HAB changes, I don't understand the logic, to be quite frank. From what I understand, y'all want them to be more defended, but then implement a feature to the game that is expressly creates the opposite problem of being indefensible, or at the very least indefensible or less defensible. Moreover, in game modes like Insurgency and Destruction, the stepchildren of Squad, this change is absolutely crippling to the defending team. Emplacements take forever to build and are very expensive but extremely easy to neutralize, to the point of uselessness. With this change, the squad can sit well outside the danger and still crush a HAB, probably by accident. Is there something stopping from guys implementing an N+2/3 style method for crushing them? When most of the game modes beside AS, RAS feature a team specifically on defense, this feels like a really silly change. So if you want HABs to be defended more, give the players the tools they need to actually do instead of making them easier to overrun. I understand the sentiment. Like, I understand the sentiment. Y'all want them to be more defended, but implement a feature to the game that is expressly creates the opposite problem of being indefensible or less defensible. The issue is people, I agree that like emplacements and fortifications, I think they should be cheaper. They shouldn't cost so much build. The issue is people are still using the same logistics meta instead of fortifying a FOB. They're not fortifying FOBs. You guys see it on the stream all the time. If we get the build and we fortify a FOB, like, we can defend an entire area and not have to worry about it. Literally, the reason why you are a FOB is because you can build up defenses. So if you have 8 people, not, let's say a full squad, if you have 9 people on defense in a fortified location, that you need like 16 people or 18 people to attack that position successfully, usually, right? Because you're now attacking a fortified in place position. That's like you always, or what's the US doctrine? You need to be like, 3-1 or something. Like, it's like you need to rethink how you defend your HABs and FOBs, and nobody's doing that right now. Most folks don't want to defend FOBs though, and that will most likely never change. Yeah, it's like if you like if you have your radio, right? This is our radio, right? And then if you have your HAB, we're not going to talk about HAB placements yet because that doesn't really matter for what we're talking about. But so let's you do this, and then you have your FOB radius, right? This is your FOB radius. Let's just say that's what it is, okay? If you're being attacked by the enemy, which is a whole squad, like, so you got 9, and they're coming in you have between here and here, you have 150 meters. Okay. So what you should do is you should put emplacements strategically around, and we usually do, at least I usually do stuff. And you put sandbags.
11 months, Jesus, have a great vacation.
You put HABs, fortifications.
Evac helicopterette.
But what people are not doing is they're not doing this, right? And then you should actually have your soldiers on emplacements. And honestly, you should also have people outside the perimeter. Like, this is how you should defend a FOB now. People don't do that. I typically do that, and you guys can say, hey, Moi, it doesn't count. You're like, people want to help you. People want to join your squad in FOB. I get it. I understand that people joining my squad is a little bit different than an average squad. 100% accept that. I get it. But if people try to implement this type of meta, it's going to be a lot more fun. It's going to be a lot more successful, because right now, if you have 9 people pushing this and you have 9 people defending, it should be actually very difficult to get into this position. But is the point of the game to defend the HAB? No. Because if you look out, this should be an objective. This should be an objective. And if I'm being honest, you should be close enough to an objective to be able to counter when they come in. This is what people aren't doing right now. You need to be within the area. You don't want to put your HAB on the objective anymore. You can have an attack FOB and a defensive FOB, but if you put it right on the point, right? If you put it right on the point, like, the thing is, people are getting pissed because they put FOBs right on the point. And when the enemy attacks the objective, they immediately overrun the HAB, and then the objective falls. And they don't have any way to get back in, because the enemy set up an attack FOB right here. Right? This is what they did. If you have, we did this on Talil. I'm releasing a video on this gameplay. I think it's scheduled for Monday or something like that. But we played on Gastown. We defended Gastown. You could hear in comms. I want you guys to listen if you watch the video. Listen in comms. There's a couple times Command keeps yelling at us that nobody is defending Gastown because we're 200, 300 meters off the objective, right? People were upset at us because we were not on the point defending the objective, when in fact we were off the objective in a really annoying place to attack, that if people wanted to attack, they would not be able to attack the objective directly. They would have to try to defend or try to attack our place in a really pain in the ass location. And all in the meantime, they couldn't attack the objective. Every map is going to be different, but this is the meta that should be, we should be trending towards. Dude, it's going to take a while before people do that, because right now it's just so easy to drop a HAB and do it. You're going to see it on this, on this game, right? We probably have, all right, we're going to start trying to push into this attack mark. You can see right now, I mean, we have a HAB on this objective. We have a HAB on a defensive FOB or whatever. I would also argue that this defensive FOB is actually kind of hard to utilize, because you can't really defend Neva from it. Almost like a defensive FOB maybe around here would also be good. But like, a HAB on an objective is probably never going to be removed. People always want to put a HAB on the objective. But if they don't think about it, they're going to get punished, and they're going to get rolled, and they're going to bitch in Reddit and Discord. That's literally what it's going to happen, because you can see it right now. People are annoyed because they say, oh, I can't defend my HAB anymore, and I promise you 100% that their FOB is one HAB with 900 build left on the objective and 1400 ammo, and they're not using any of it. There's no sandbags, there's no MGs, there's no MG bunkers, there's nothing. There's no supply runs that's other than ammo. They're not doing anything except an open area with an easily attackable HAB. It's the same exact thing. I see it in every game. People are always surprised when they stop by my squad or they stop by the stream or they see in the videos. They're like, dude, why are you actually building sandbags? Why are you actually building HESCOs? It's because I want to defend this area, and the advantage to setting up the radio and setting all of this up is that I can now defend it. Like that should be a thing. For the past like 6, 7 months, 8 months, I've created FOBs that almost act as objectives. And if you defend and you create a position that is built up and is putting so much pressure in the region, people will have to treat it as an objective in order to attack the actual objective. All of this stuff like is very it's very annoying to think about if you're used to the old meta, because you just want to place it down and get on with it. But if you treat it not like Call of Duty and a running simulator and actually take a step back and think about why I'm putting a HAB here, it's a lot more, it makes a lot more sense. You can see this right now. I'm not going to dunk on whoever Squad 7 is, but we have so many HABs here, and each one of these HABs has like just nothing, or each one of these FOBs has nothing but a HAB on it. This one at least has a repair station, another ammo crate. You got 1500 build. Okay, there's one mortar tube. There's nothing else. There's not even sandbags. There's nothing here. This is just going to be a spawn point. This was overrun because it was just a spawn point. This isn't used because it was just a spawn point. Like all these things is you're not going to change the game unless you change your mentality on how you're playing the game. It's going to be annoying to get used to. Just you need to lean into it. Bring back super FOBs. Bring back not necessarily super FOBs. I always call them super FOBs because I like building super FOBs, but even just a little, like a couple guns and emplacements. It's actually really funny, man. People now call super FOBs if it normalized sandbags. Yeah, exactly, dude. If you place a sandbag on a FOB radius, people call that a super FOB. It's like, oh my god, they put 3 sandbags up. Man, they're super fobbing the hell out of that position. We need mortars, artillery. Can we get some armored support? There's 6 sandbags over here. I don't know how we're going to attack it. Because they're just so not used to it, man. They're so not used to it. When you think super fob, it should have HESCOs. It should have fortifications. It should have gun emplacements. You have a whole squad there they're dedicated to holding that position. They built a ladder. People want to play the objectives. I can promise you guys, those of y'all who have joined in my squads, that is definitely not this squad right now, because I have muted and turned off all game sound and given them nothing, no guidance or whatever, for probably 10 minutes now. So aside from this one, when you guys have joined our squads, and we have been able to like actually play an objective, and by play the objective I mean create a FOB that is playing the objective. A lot of you guys say that was like so much fun. I've never had this much fun in squad. This was so cool. Why don't we do this more? Everybody can do this. A lot of people just don't want to.